Here's an old Hawaiian saddle that we're going to redo the rawhide work on. I think this is probably from the 1930s or 40s. I'm going to trim off the rawhide and leave it as intact as possible, and then walk you through the process of making a new one. Here's our pattern. This is kind of what it looks like. It's a C shape with a spot for the horn. Starts on this side. You tuck it up against the neck of the horn. Around. Horn cap comes up here. Pull on it. And then this part will stitch along the edge of the horn and come over to this side. I'm going to do that one more time. Starting on the left side of the fork, snug up against the neck of the horn, cap up, and around, and down. Here's our supplies for today's project. We've got the pattern, rawhide out of the freezer. I never dry my rawhide, I just keep it green, so I freeze it until I'm ready to use it. Deer hide lace, because it's strong, and some braiding soap in here. You can use goat lace too. Utility knife, awl, wax thread, pliers, and this is my rope that I use to tie around the horn and tighten everything down. Okay, I've set my pattern on my hide. I had to really lift the hide up and look carefully for knife cuts. These will just completely ruin your strand. You really got to cut around them. So I position this in such a way that I'm pretty sure I can continue my strands down and around and back up and miss the biggest knife cuts that are on this side. Okay, I've got it set into place. My pattern did all right for me, and I'm going to be stitching the horn today and cinching the straps down into place. So the first thing I want to do is I've taken my awl and put a couple of holes here. Since this part's underneath, I'm going to run long wax cord through there, and later on I'm going to cinch it down to the holes in my saddle stand. But this was the first step I did, was put those holes in and attach wax thread. Okay, so I've just got a preliminary wrap around the horn here. I'll be stitching it soon. But here's the strings that I just passed through the holes in the stand. I also did some strings from the front side to the back side of the gullet, but they're just right here. I haven't cinched them up yet. And then on this side, we've got these strings that I did first, running down to the holes in the stand, but they haven't been tightened. Okay, now I'm going to get ready to stitch the horn. Okay, I'm lacing the horn. The tail of my lace is going to be coming out the far side, I want to be able to pull on it and tighten things down. Start with big loops and then tighten as I go so that I can just lift this up and down. Here's my awl. I poke a hole with it, there, and then loop it through. I'll show you more when it's finished. Okay, so I cut one strip up all the way up along this edge and created a little hole, and this is a whip across. This will be a strand on the opposite side, and I've tied this down. I've begun to tighten all my strings down here. The wax thread works great. I can just tie little bows and adjust them when I need to. And I tied under the fork gently. Got a few more wraps here around the horn, and now it's time to cut 5 strips that will become 5-strand braids. Here's the point where I will stop at for today. I developed this method of working in stages because I have young kids and I can only dedicate about 3 or 4 hours at a time. So this is where we'll leave off for today. I might tighten the rope around the horn a last time, but we've just got things tied off here in different places so that it will dry with tension and in the proper shape. And next time I turn on the camera, it's probably going to be a different color. A lot more golden as it dries. My options to dry it are to stick it in the sun or put it indoors with a fan on it. And since it's the afternoon, it's going to go inside with a fan. Thanks for watching.